the Major League Soccer?
Major League Soccer. So the Major League Soccer mural was probably one of the first corporate public murals that I did definitely in Pilsen, but one of the first that I did in my mural career. I had done a ton of commissions for brands, you know, with fine art or illustration, but for murals this was a little bit different. And that piece was to celebrate MLS was doing the All-Star game in Chicago that year. So I mean that's a huge thing for me to be able to get a piece like that. But again, there was the conversation of, you know, how do we do this mural so it doesn't look like a big brand or a big advertisement. Obviously soccer is a thing that's played here, you know, football is played in the community, so that wasn't an issue. But then also making sure that we're talking about representation, making sure the players are representing different cultures. And at the time MLS was doing a campaign, I can't remember the name of it, but it was all about unity and being one. So it was a good fit. It felt like it fit in my portfolio and my style, and it went well for the most part. We did have a couple challenges, and gentrification and some of the issues that the community is going through definitely played a role in that. There's a woman on my team who is Caribbean. She's West Indian, Jamaican, Costa Rican. But you know, to most people in Chicago, and she doesn't look like somebody from this neighborhood. So we had a couple people that were commenting on the piece and complaining about who was doing the work. I don't look, you know, typical to a lot of the Mexican people in Chicago. So me, her, and then there was one other young woman that was on my team. And I guess we just didn't fit the look of the neighborhood too much. So they were talking badly about us more than the piece, and complaining about who they're allowing to come in and do the work now. And this was all in Spanish. So the young woman that's on my team speaks fluent Spanish. So she turned around and had a conversation with them, and they were shocked to see this black woman speaking Spanish, and then started to question her about, you know, what are you? They were so confused about, you know, what she is. And I think that's the important part of doing murals, especially as women doing murals, and especially as people that don't necessarily look like the majority that are, you know, completing murals, is we get to engage people in those conversations and then help them to understand that there are other Latinos and there are other people that you can relate to that don't necessarily look like you or your family members. And the conversation ended up going really well, you know, and it started off badly, but it turned out to go really well. On another side, there was, we did unfortunately get some comments in our Instagrams that were homophobic, and there were some threats that we received related to, you know, being homophobic related threats. You know, they had said, oh, you know, you queer people are showing up everywhere, you dykes, we're going to come out when you least expect it. But I mean, when you live in a city, you have to watch your back all the time, whether you're painting a mural or whether you're walking to the store. So we just, you know, we pay a little bit more attention. For that piece, the city was doing some construction as well, and there were some construction workers that came up to us and did the usual construction men thing that seems to never get old with them. Oh wait. I'm okay, it's just my hands. I had gloves in my car. Do you mind grabbing my gloves for me?
Where are they at?
If you open my driver's side door, they're like right in the